This is very impromptu and will probably be quickly edited because I just wanted to talk about Lily's Well because, oh my god, I love it and I want to talk more about it. I want more, but the ending is perfect and just, Pause. Okay, so I saw the Game Grumps playing this, I got invested, saw it was free and was like, oh, I'll just play it myself. And oh my god, I was invested. You play as a 9-year-old girl named Lily. Her papa is at work when you hear a voice coming from the well one rainy night. Being a good girl, you set out to save the person in the well by finding material to create a rope to climb down. The world is in the style of an old Atari game, but functions very much as an RPG maker horror game, not every RPG maker. Anyway. Which makes sense because the creator seems to have made some Yume Nikki fan games. Nice. Summary of the story. Lily can die in several different and horrible ways in her attempts to get down the well, hence the RPG horror maker horror... whatever. In an ideal playthrough, you would go down the well after finding 1 rope. You die, then you find 2, then 3, then 4, and so on. Each number of rope gets you a different ending with a different horrible way Lily meets her demise within the well. After 10 pieces, you finally reach the bottom, with no one crying out for help, except your own corpses. See, the bottom of the well is actually some kind of college laboratory where a bunch of alchemists are just doing things. Side note, as an alchemy nerd, I really appreciate that gimmick, and also the fact that it's a college for some reason is very funny. Anyway, everything is headed by her papa, Antonio Tabachi. It's called the College of Azoth, Azoth basically being the alchemical term for mystical life universe energy. It is here that he has been trying to recreate his daughter. Every time Lily dies, her soul is placed into a new body. See, at the start of the game, you start off with version 5, and at first you think, what does that mean? And as you keep dying, the number goes up, so you kind of catch on to it. Antonio says that the first Lily saw him dumping a body into the well, and she tried to rescue the person, not knowing they were already dead. She fell and broke her legs, much like in the 9-rope ending. The first Lily screamed and cried, and that's when this hellish cycle began. As Antonio and his students recorded the first Lily screams and started playing them for each iteration. Every single death that Lily suffered was just a failure in creating the perfect daughter. Antonio says it was so Lily can learn how to be a good girl and listen to everything he says, without any emotional baggage or events that would make her question him. After every main ending, you get a digit to a phone number. After playing through all 10, you call the number only to discover the original Lily. See, the game takes place in 2005, and at the beginning we're told Lily is 9. But we find a card wishing Lily a happy first birthday that's dated July 20th, 1985. That would mean she was born in 1984, which doesn't make sense, unless Lily was actually older. Original Lily talks to player Lily and is on her way to pick the child up. The language that original Lily uses reminds me of what a 911 operator would do to comfort a child in a bad situation. And the absolute catharsis that comes when the Lilies meet is something I wish I could feel forever. When the game said that player Lily was waiting for the original in the car and the game started up again, I was so scared that the father was gonna show up and kill the original Lily or something like that. But no! Original Lily is dousing the cabin in kerosene to set it on fire. Hell yes, girl! So together, the two sisters say goodbye to their father and player Lily breaks down. What I really love is original Lily telling our Lily that it's okay if she still loves him, that Lily did nothing wrong and nothing to deserve what was done to her. The emotions this story captured are so genuine and heartwarming. So, to summarize, my understanding of the story is that Dr. Tabachi didn't approve of how his daughter grew up. When we see her, she's clearly into an alternative type of culture, sort of like a scene aesthetic. Lily even comments on how colorful her hair is, to which original Lily says she dyed it herself, rather proudly. It seems that original Lily didn't have a good experience growing up and got the hell out of Dodge as soon as she could. Upset at the lack of control, Tabachi decided to recreate his daughter. Human meat was just saying that. Human meat was used to make the bodies, and Azoth was used to create a new soul. This new Lily was meant to obey him. What makes me so emotional about this game is the underlying story of abuse that's being told. There are several bits of flavor text that demonstrate how much Antonio tries to grind it into Lily's head that if she doesn't listen to everything he says, she's a bad girl. And bad girls get hurt. Bad girls get killed. He has no regard for his daughter as a person and is basically trying to control her by tormenting her soul for God knows how long until she listens to everything he says without any of the pesky trauma responses that would come from it. Which is why the true ending feels so rewarding. It's freedom from an abusive situation and moving forward. Two people finding solidarity and comfort in each other and moving onward. God, I want to dub the ending so badly, and I probably will. I love this game, and I hope the creator sees this so they can hear how much I love this game. Good game. Go play it. Also, these two, rando college students, very, very funny. That was very good. Wait, Lily. Lily. Cure Lily. Oh my god, is that a Precure reference? Alright, game of the year.